Today I'm going to show you how to prepare mate, the traditional drink of Argentina. Mate is also drunk in Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And mate is made with yerba mate, the leaves from a plant that grow throughout South America and comes from the holly family. Mate is caffeinated and is full of antioxidants whose health benefits can be anything from cancer prevention and just getting some extra antioxidants. Mate is also something that's drunk communally. So there's one mate and it's passed from person to person. Everyone drinks out of the same mate, everyone shares the same straw, and basically can be drunk any time of day, and wherever there are people, they are drinking mate. So a typical afternoon, for a Sunday afternoon for my husband's family, is that they'll pack up their mate, some pastries, and head up to Valle Grande, which is about an hour from their house. It's a really beautiful scenic valley with a big lake, and everyone parks along the side of the road. They get out of their cars, they socialize, they listen to music, they talk, and of course they drink mate and have some pastries. So it's a fantastic place to people watch, and also just a wonderful tradition. Everyone watches the sunset and relaxes drinking mate. And we'll start out just to show you what yerba looks like. We've got some right here. And the yerba goes through a process to be made. As you can see here, these are crushed leaves, but first the leaves have to be dried. They're toasted to give it a different flavor, and in fact they're aged after they're crushed for a few months to enhance the flavor even further. And just as there are different varieties of tea, there are different varieties of yerba. You can get some that has more stems. You can get some that's enhanced with an orange flavor, a lemon flavor, or a mint flavor. This is plain. It doesn't have any flavor other than the yerba itself, and so it just is a matter of preference. The next thing you need to drink mate is a bombilla. It's a metal filter straw, so as you can see the filter's at the bottom. And you'll need a mate. Ours is made from wood. It's a hollowed out mate cup. You can also find them made out of gourds, and they often have some kind of ornamentation on the outside, or made out of stainless steel with brass accents. You can also buy a kit that looks like this. It will have your mate in the top, has a straw and bombilla, and then these two parts come apart, and one is a container for your sugar and one is a container for your yerba. It's quite common to see men and women carrying something similar to this around in the streets in Argentina. Along with it usually will come a shoulder strap, and alongside of it in the case will be a thermos to hold your hot water, which is of course the other thing you need for your infusion. So to get started making the mate, I'll take the mate and I fill it with yerba until it's about 2/3 of the way full. Like that. And I'll add a little sugar, and that also is a matter of preference, of course. Put in my bombilla. And there's the other key ingredient is your hot water. It should not be to the boiling point because you don't want to make tea, you're making mate. One of the problems with boiling water would be that you would burn your mouth, so you don't want to risk doing that. And you would also get a very bitter flavor in your mate, which you also don't want to do. The mate, you use the same yerba for several refills and several people, and so if you burn your mate in the first round, you'll have to keep adding yerba again and again so that you can have a consistent flavor. But if you use water that's a bit cooler, you're able to have that consistent flavor throughout and refill several times. And so the water that I'm using is probably between 60 and 80 degrees Celsius, or 160 and 180 degrees Fahrenheit if you want to be very exact. go ahead and fill that up like this. And I'll just take a sip. It's got a very strong flavor, and it's definitely an acquired taste. I think the first time that many people try mate, it's kind of a surprise and they don't really like it at first, but after you have it for a few times and you get into the tradition of drinking it as a group and with family and friends, it's quite enjoyable. And it's just sipped a little bit at a time until I finish the mate and there's no more water left. It's got a very grassy flavor to it. It's very herbal. And again, packed with health benefits, antioxidants. It's really good for you. And now, at the point where the water has emptied a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and refill. Put a little bit more water in there. And then I would pass it on to my neighbor. It's very common to see groups of people sharing mate anywhere. So that is the traditional way to prepare yerba mate in the Argentinian style. It's becoming a lot more widely available in the United States to be able to buy in grocery stores and anywhere else. So I hope that you enjoy mate and that you give it a try.